The gripping drama on Days of Our Lives is reaching a breaking point as long-buried secrets are about to be unearthed, threatening to shatter lives and relationships forever. Brady Black, once a trusted friend, has unknowingly been at the heart of a terrible lie, but now, with the truth ready to emerge, his life is on the brink of collapse. A tragic accident that left Sarah Horton, a beloved doctor, paralyzed. But instead of owning up to her mistake, Fiona chose to take on Brady's guilt, claiming responsibility in a desperate attempt to shield herself from the harsh consequences. Brady, despite being innocent of driving that night, was still complicit in his own downfall. Fiona, now plagued with guilt, knew she had to come clean. She wasn't just shielding herself anymore, she was protecting Brady from a lie that could destroy him entirely. Brady had no idea how deep the betrayal ran. He thought he was responsible, but he trusted Fiona, never suspecting that the truth of that night was more twisted than he could ever imagine. However, the secret is no longer just a burden for Fiona to carry. Brady's life is in immediate danger, and the threat comes from within his own family. Xander Cook Kuriakis, Brady's uncle, is burning with rage and ready for revenge. His wife, Sarah Horton, now confined to a wheelchair, is the victim of that fateful car crash, and Xander believes Brady was behind the wheel. The pain of seeing his wife so cruelly crippled has driven Xander to the edge, and he's ready to seek justice, no matter the cost. But what Xander doesn't know is that the true culprit is standing much closer than he realizes. Fiona Cook's deception, which has spiraled out of control, now risks leading to the destruction of Brady's life, both physically and emotionally. Meanwhile, Sarah Horton's life has been irreparably changed. A brilliant, beautiful doctor, but now, as she adjusts to a life bound by a wheelchair, she carries a secret of her own, a secret that could unravel everything. Sarah knows that it wasn't Brady who hit her that night. In fact, she knows something far more shocking. Her own mother-in-law was behind the wheel of the car that left her paralyzed. Sarah has kept quiet, perhaps out of fear, or perhaps out of the complex web of family ties that bind her. But the truth must come out before an innocent man's reputation is destroyed, and he is wrongfully sent to prison. Fiona's guilt is no longer just a personal burden. It's a poison seeping into every corner of her life. Her family has never treated her fairly, and Brady, despite his faults, would never intentionally harm his friend. But now, as Fiona wrestles with the lies she's told, she realizes the damage she's done is almost irreversible. She knows she has to confess, not just for her own peace of mind, but to save Brady from the onslaught that's coming for him. The weight of her lies is suffocating, and it's only a matter of time before the truth bursts free, shattering lives in its wake. Now, with everything at stake, Brady is unknowingly protecting the very person who has allowed him to shoulder the blame for an accident he didn't cause. Days of Our Lives fans have already witnessed the devastating consequences of Fiona's lies. DiMera took matters into her own hands, smashing Brady's car in a misguided attempt to protect him from facing the legal ramifications. Meanwhile, Holly Jonas has found herself in the middle of a bitter feud, accusing Tate Black of protecting his father, Brady, from the consequences of hitting her beloved aunt with his car. As the tension builds, even Maggie Horton Kuriakis, Sarah's mother, has unwittingly become embroiled in the deception. Trusting her daughter-in-law, Maggie has allowed Sarah's mother-in-law to live in the Kuriakis mansion, completely unaware of her involvement in the accident that shattered her daughter's life. As viewers eagerly await the next episode of Days of Our Lives, the burning question remains: will Fiona finally tell Brady the truth? He has a right to know what really happened that night. For too long, Brady has been kept in the dark, isolated and blamed for an accident that wasn't his fault. Now, with Fiona's confession looming, the truth is on the verge of exploding, and it threatens to destroy everyone in its path. Next week promises shocking confessions, emotional confrontations, and life-changing decisions. The truth is coming, and no one will be left unscathed.